I think my number one big tip for driving team success is you've got to be clear in communication. I think that's probably my number one tip. And driving clear communication is such a difficult thing to do. I sat in a class with my son last night at our temple, and the topic was how do you communicate between kids, teens, and adults? And they talked about all different types of skills to use for communicating and how emotions and feelings could get in the way and all of that. And all of that's true, right? And it's stuff you've got to be aware of. But I'm gonna take you back. I'm gonna take myself back and talk about one of my first roles in the business world was writing requirements for teams and how products should work. Um, so uh, I was at a large delivery company, um, and we had to write out all the requirements for all of our online products and how they would work and how to do how the product would perform in the real world. And the process of writing the requirements down involves working with your marketing teams, it involves working with technical teams, working with QA teams, working with usability teams. So we had all these different players in the meetings, and we worked together to determine the requirements to build the product and to QA the product. And the process we'd use is we sit in a meeting, we'd go through, we'd take notes out of the meeting, send notes out, get feedback from the notes, document all of that into a requirements document. And we would do this in an iterative process over 6 weeks for business requirements and then another 6 weeks for functional requirements. And it'd be amazing to see how you could come into a meeting and uh, so stuff that you would have reviewed in the previous meeting and read about and all gone through and agreed on, and then you go back through your next reading and somebody's like, that's not what we said, or that's not what I thought it said. That's not what I thought we were communicating. We need to change this. And so, so it's a demonstration of how you can really miss things. And then if you aren't taking the time to really overly double check your communications, make sure that everybody's in agreement. And